Whether you're a political junkie or just sick of all those ads everywhere, we have great news. Election day is finally here.
To say all eyes are on Pennsylvania today is an understatement. In our area alone, 2 U.S. House seats are up for grabs. They are rematches and toss-ups. Incumbent Democrat Susan Wild is trying to hold off another challenge from Republican Lisa Scheller. This is the 7th district that touches the Poconos.
In the neighboring 8th district, which includes Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Honesdale, and the parts of Monroe County not in the 7th district, it's Republican Jim Bognett trying to unseat Democrat Matt Cartwright. Cartwright has been in Washington for a decade. Bognett moved back to the area 2 years ago after working in the political lobbying world.
And let's call the race for U.S. Senate contentious. The seat's open. Republican Pat Toomey is retiring. Democrat Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman suffered a stroke shortly before securing the nomination in the spring. The medical condition didn't really show up in the polling until recently. Fetterman's debate with Republican Dr. Mehmet Oz was not well received by pundits or pollsters, and Oz has come back from nearly double digits down. Many polls now have him ahead going into the election today. We haven't even talked about the governor's mansion being on the line or the plethora of state house races that are tight. There's a lot to take in and a lot to count.
And let's start our team coverage with Newswatch 16's Elizabeth Worthington live in Luzerne County. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Yeah, good morning, Mindy and John. We're in Fairview Township outside of the Mountaintop Hose Company where the polls open in just under 30 minutes. They are starting to get things set up inside, but there's some voters here who might have some concerns because, of course, it is no secret that Luzerne County has had its fair share of problems on Election Day. Just last week, the county announced that more than 900 voters received 2 mail-in ballots, and some who've requested one never received one at all. So we talked to Acting Deputy Director Emily Cook from the Luzerne County Elections Bureau yesterday. She says the office is still investigating what exactly happened, but right now they believe it was a data exporting error. She also assures voters who received those duplicate ballots the machine will know immediately if 2 ballots with the same ID are submitted and only one will be counted. For those who never received a ballot but requested one, they will have to show up today and vote provisionally at a polling place. So we asked Cook what her message would be to voters who might have lost confidence in the system.
We don't have anything to hide, and I think that's the biggest thing is we're not hiding anything. We've been very open from the start, even with this duplication or duplicate file. We are here to create that confidence in the system.
All right, so here are some things to keep in mind today. If you have not turned in your mail-in ballot, but you still have one and you want to vote today, you have to bring that ballot with you to the polling place today so that they can surrender it. And then if you do want to turn in your mail-in ballot, here in Luzerne County, you only have one option left, and that is to drop it off inside the Penn Place building in the ballot drop box. Do not try to mail it in today. In past elections, it has been the case where as long as it was postmarked on Election Day, it would still possibly be counted. That is no longer the case. Postmarks are not enough. It has to be in the county's hands by 8 o'clock tonight. And that is true of all of the counties across our viewing area today. Reporting live in Luzerne County this morning, Elizabeth Worthington, Newswatch 16.
We're starting to see some of that activity behind you this morning. A busy day ahead. Thank you, Elizabeth.
We're going to go talk to some voters.
All right, sounds good. Well, some hard-fought races on the local level today. That includes a contest covering parts of Lackawanna and Luzerne counties.
Newswatch 16's Andy Palumbo live at a polling place in Moosic this morning with the story. Andy.
Good morning, John and Mindy. We are here live at a polling place in Moosic, the 118th Legislative District, the newly redrawn 118th. And on the ballot today, some familiar names and some familiar faces. Let's start off with a Democrat. He's James Haddock. He's from Pittston Township, and he used to be mayor of Avoca and a Pittston area school director. Haddock is now a manager for the Luzerne County Clerk of Courts and Prothonotary Office. Haddock got here by defeating pharmacist Allison Lucarelli in the primary. Now, Haddock is for reproductive rights. He also wants to increase spending on public education while holding the line on property taxes. James May is the Republican. His path to the general election went through John Lombardo, who he defeated in the primary. May has been on the ballot before. There was an unsuccessful run for the State House 2 years ago. May is no stranger to state government. He served as spokesman for PennDOT for years. After that, it was time in the state treasurer's office. May calls himself pro-life. He opposes any plans to defund the police and opposes what he calls unnecessary tax increases. Now, the new 118th is a rather large district. It starts up in the Abingtons, works its way down through the valley into the Moosic-Taylor-Old Forge area, and even stretches into Luzerne County. The winner of today's election replaces Mike Carroll, who chose not to seek re-election. Andy Palumbo, Newswatch 16, reporting live from Moosic.
All right, Andy, thank you for that profile this morning.
Thanks, Andy.